We're now going to move on to our second company, which is Kornit Digital, who specialize in digital printing solutions for the textile industry. So I'm going to hand straight over to Sharon Donovich.
Hello, everybody. And good morning. My name is Sharon Donovich, and I'm a product marketing manager in Kornit Digital. And I wanted to start by sharing, first of all, Kornit Vision, which is creating a better world where everybody can bond, design, and express their identity one impression at a time. And the one impression at a time is very crucial here to the retail industry, to the fashion industry. Just a few words about who Kornit is. At a glance, we are actually transforming the fashion, apparel, and home decor industries to become more sustainable, to become more flexible, and to become to change the supply chain completely. We are an Israeli-based company that was founded in 2002. Today we are, I would not call us a startup. We have more than 500 employees worldwide, so not really a startup. We have a significant customer install base, more than 2,000 systems worldwide. So the main benefit is that it's direct to garment, direct to fabric. So it's really skipping many of the processes that are required for, guys, please, for the textile industry. The opportunity is, of course, amazing. This market is huge. 38 billion of square meters are printed per year. We have a very unique technology with IP protection. Our systems are unique. You do not need to pre-treat the fabric, and this is really unique in all this digital world. This is the most problematic factor. We are producing and manufacturing and also developing the inks, the consumables, of course, the software, hardware, everything is produced by Kornit. So talking about this market, the trends that we are seeing in the retail and fashion market and home decor, textile is, first of all, that of course e-commerce is booming. Definitely now after COVID-19, it's even growing. The self-expression that is associated with the young generation is very important to them, but not only that, also the green consumer is part of this generation. They care what they wear. They want to, the transparency of the product is very crucial for them. And of course, the social media is one of the major influencers here. So they really see what's going on and they influenced by that. But there are challenges in this industry. One, the textile retail industry is very polluting, okay? It's in any aspect, not only the water that are polluted, also the carbon emission, the carbon footprint, the supply chain is very difficult, very long one, and very cumbersome, many touch points. And the production methods in this market is completely traditional. Only 5% of this market is digitized today. So really, really a traditional market. When it comes to Kornit, what we offer, the solutions that Kornit offer is the first of all is a single step process. What I mentioned before, the fact that we can do the pre-treatment online and you have to pre-treat textiles is something that is unique for Kornit. And this is the ability to bring very slim production methods. So you don't need all the washing, steaming that is really associated in the pre-treatment. Those are the contaminating factors. The fact that we have print on demand, you can print one single t-shirt, one single square meter. You don't need to commit to long runs. You don't need to commit to inventory. So really a print on demand that could be, that could happen immediately. And our solutions are completely sustainable, meaning no use of water. We have eco-friendly ink set. that it has all the standards, etc., like that are very important and is also very safe to human. So really, all this all together, this solution allows a different way of supply chain, transforming it from demand and supply to supply and demand. And I would like to share a last video that is talking about the microfactory, allowing the manufacturing of a single item from start to the end. I'm sharing that without the audio because the audio does not transform well. But what you can see here is the production of a textile and garment from start, from the planning part through the design. So actually everything is being done on the same location, allowing reshoring and local production. So plan, design, the printing part itself. This is our systems that can print on any fabric, a multiple fabric type. Single step solution, as I mentioned, also in terms of labor, very low in labor. The ink set that is dedicated and manufactured and developed by Kornit. The ability to print on multiple fabric types without the need to move between different ink sets, and the ability to have produced garments in minimum time arrive to the customer, no matter where the customer is, really allowing that to happen in a very short time, a very short period. All this process in the same location, allowing a completely customized design. So really the customer that Browse were talking about, the ability to see it, ability to go online, create your own customized product and get it in few days in the most sustainable and fast way that there is. So again, this is Kornit. This is the vision that we have, and this happens with multiple companies today. You might heard Amazon, Adidas, Nike. All those companies are today understand that they need to move to a more sustainable and different supply chain.
Thank you very much indeed, Sharon. My first question is for Guy, because Guy, you help companies use this technology. What do companies need to do in order to ensure success in using technology like this within their organizations in order to really make it work?
I think that what I find with customers after they buy the whole solution for the microfactory is how do they scale? So they have a machine that can print 500 square meters, and this is amazing, but they need to feed this monster. So automation has been a very significant part of what they were trying to do. And even if we look today, many of them are printing masks. Without automation for masks, you cannot really compete in the market. So automation would be the most frequent thing we hear.
Now, you talked a little bit, both of you, about this whole notion of a micro factory. One thinks of the garment industry as being, to a certain extent, of being a collection of micro production facilities. Maybe some of those micro ones are a massive scale. But what real advantages does this type of uniqueness, being able to produce a garment literally as a one-off, what advantages does that give both the designer and also the retailer? I'll start with Sharon.
Yeah, so first of all, I think one of the major impacts is the inventory, okay? You don't need to hold any inventory. Today, we know that inventory is #1 risk, okay? Now after COVID-19, or after we are during COVID-19, we are, companies are stuck with stocks that will never be sold. So we hear about the landfills in Africa that are full with stocks that were not sold. We hear about companies that are actually burning their stocks. Here you have the ability to really manufacture on demand. So only once my daughter swiped the business card, the credit card, the production will happen. Nobody is producing anything. And it also allows you such a huge variety of products that you have only online or like virtually, but not in reality. So it really gives you the flexibility for the end customer and for the retailer as well, for the manufacturer.
Guy.
Yeah, I think that what I see with customers is, first of all, yeah, no inventory. We produce only post-order, post-payment. That's one thing. The other thing is the ability to offer personalized items. So it's something that the user is completely one-off and order and can get it in within a couple of days. I think that what we've seen also with COVID-19 is the issue of being able to work in a distributed environment, collect the order and produce it closer to where it needs to be delivered. In the digital pipeline, this is totally possible. And especially if you want to keep, like what the guys from Old Navy do, a large variety of designs, you can have in inventory all the designs that you have. Otherwise, you will be left with tens of thousands of items.
We hear a lot of talk now about the notion of sort of reshoring. Does this technology help enable that to be an economic reality?
So what we see with customers is, and also with brands that start to use local resources, if because the need to fulfill orders faster when there is a lower inventory, is that having a local ability to fulfill the orders on demand is a must. And this is when reshoring is really happening. So some of our customers are manufacturing for small to medium brands that are getting, that must work with a local provider and cannot outsource it like they used to do before to the Far East.
One of the truisms, I suppose, of being able to manufacture a garment of one, which is where the luxury brands and the haute couture brands have their sweet spot, is the fact that it's phenomenally expensive. Sharon, does this technology enable the manufacture and design for the customer of one to be something that will be available in a mass democratic way?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that it's very similar to other markets that had this transformation to digital in the past. So, you know, today you can see every little girl or boy going with a cell phone. This is something that did not happen in the past. So the technology is advanced. I mean, it's moving forward. The cost per prints are getting lower. But I think that it's taking everything into account, not only the part of the cost per print, but looking at the, you know, the large scale of the entire production. So you don't need to ship it from the Far East. You don't need to commit to such large quantities. The time to market is faster. We know from surveys that people are willing to pay a little bit of extra. One, to get it faster, okay? Second, to get it customized for their own. You have less returns because you customize it to yourself, right? It's
okay.
It's the right.
Sharon, we need to finish.
Okay.
I'm just finish off, yeah.
If there are questions, you know, always can approach Guy, myself. You can find us on LinkedIn. We will be happy to answer any questions.
Well, Guy and Sharon, thank you very much indeed for joining us. It's been a pleasure, and have a good rest of the day. And to everybody, thanks very much indeed.